Hello everyone, welcome. For today's topic is on something that always pisses me off all the time, and it is when I'm on a date with a guy that I've met via the internet or any social networks, dating them. And I know a lot of people have used that before, but I was gonna say 5 ways to tell if a guy's not interested when you're on a date, but then I can't really think of that much on top of my head. So I'm gonna go with the one that is the most common. Now I should say. All right. So you've met somebody online, and you've talked for a couple of weeks. Then they've made plans to meet. I'm not sure if this happens with many of you people when you do it. I mean, when you have met anybody online, but via text, you notice that something's different when you talk on the phone and when you're texting. Sometimes they're more talkative, or they show more interest like when they're texting, or it can be when they're on the phone they're more communicative, or it could be vice versa. So this is what kind of confuses me a little bit, and I'm not really sure if they're interested or not. But it's kind of, I don't really know how to say this, but via text kind of easier to understand, like if the person really cares or the person really not. I'm not sure how to really explain it right now on camera, but I'm just gonna go with when you meet the person. So this is one thing I hate. You meet up with the person, you shake their hand or you hug, say hello, and you go out to let's say I'd say a restaurant. I was gonna go with movies, but movies is too common. I'm tired of that. But let's just start with the restaurant first. Let's say you're in a restaurant sitting down, and you ordered your food, but then you notice that the guy is just constantly on his phone, checking his phone, texting. People's calling, and he's on Facebook and all this other crap. That's one. That's like the key factor that should tell you that person has no interest at all in you, and he's just pretty much he doesn't really care. He just doesn't want to be there, and his friends is more important, or whoever else he's texting, whether it's family or whatever. I don't really care, because a lot of them use that as an excuse, like, oh, it's his family, so I have to do this and that. Like, not to me. If it's my family, I don't. This is our day, and that's how it should be. Everything should be off. Turn off your phone, do something like that. Put it in your pocket. I don't want to see it again. That's how it should be. But no, that's not how these guys are. They constantly texting, they're constantly doing this, constantly doing that, and I'm just thinking, like, person obviously doesn't really care that I'm here. It's pretty much like you're not even there, because they're always on the phone, and that's one thing that pisses me off the most. The second thing is when they constantly talking about themselves, just blabbering on and on and on about themselves, and not showing any caring or interest in the world and your hobbies and what your beliefs are, and things that you're interested in, your personality. They don't ask anything like that, but they're constantly talking about themselves. Oh, this happened today with me, or my friend did this, or this crap happened, and blah blah blah. All this other bullshit that they constantly just talking. I'm just sitting there like, like, what does this have to do with me? Like, it's interesting that you tell me a little bit about your life, but I don't want to hear anything about what happened with your friends or this and that. That's not important to me. So that's the second. Third is I had the third let me think for a minute. Yeah, the third is, after that's all over, the restaurant, and then the day is supposed to be for you and that guy. Then all of a sudden, they have other plans to go here, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. So they cut the day short, and they hurry to rush home, and that should be another. I say that's another key factor, because if you made plans before, and you said that you didn't have anything to do, then all of a sudden you have things to do now that you've met the person. That makes no sense to me. That obviously is an excuse, you can say. They just don't want to be honest, and that's the thing that I hate a lot, is that no one's honest no more in this world. And if you don't like somebody, then just tell them. Just don't waste people's time and money or energy to come all the way over here, and come all the way to see you, or we go all the way to this place to eat, or see a movie, but you're not showing any interest. That it makes any sense. If that was the case, you could have just stayed home, or move on to find someone else, but people are not like that, so you just pretty much have to deal with it, or ask questions to see if this person is really interested or not. And oh yeah, I forgot one more is let's say after the restaurant, or after you finish eating or seeing a movie, and you know, you're probably walking around through the park, and you know, you expect to talk about more about each other, but then they're just sitting there, just, you know, walking quietly and not saying one word at all, and with their head down. That also shows that the person has no interest, because you know, you're meeting me for the first time, but yet you have not one thing to say, and you're just walking and walking with your head down, like, you know, like you don't want to be here. And you know, that's another thing that really annoys me, you know, is like, really, like just let me know what's going on, and then we could be on our way. Just don't waste our time, you know, to waste money eating out or seeing a movie and then walking around aimlessly for no reason if you're not even showing any interest at all. You know, that's another thing that really pisses me off. But the number one is when they're always on their phone, and yeah, I do not like that at all. You know, if you're with somebody, why are you texting? Why are you calling people? Or why is people calling you? And you know, just like, at least, you know, pick it up. Like, let's say, you know, somebody's calling, you know, keep calling. Like, at least pick it up, say you're busy, you know, talk to you later on or something like that. Don't just pick up the phone and just having a whole conversation, you know, and while I'm just sitting there, you know, really annoyed deep down inside. So, well, I guess I gave only 4 reasons, but yeah, so I was almost there. But anyway, so yeah, so I hope you all, you know, take this into consideration. I know there's many videos that's even talking about this anyway, so I just feel like I just wanted to give my own perspective on it, and you know, like how things go on dates. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.